Hey y'all, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Jessica. So today I want to talk to you guys about something that keeps popping up in wellness spaces lately: castor oil. People swear by it for everything: hair, skin, digestion, pain relief. So we're going to break that down today and what it actually does, how people can use it, and what you should be careful about. So has anyone on here tried castor oil before? Yes, mother motivated. Castor oil is good. It is good for many, many things. We're going to get into that here shortly. I use it for several things. Previous video, I think I have a video on my channel where I talked about using castor oil for my fibroids. It's you put a little bit on your finger and you put it in your navel button, your belly button, and go to sleep. And it does this thing. Yes, you can use it in your hair too. We're going to get into that tonight. There are many, many ways you can use castor oil. Um, so, castor oil comes from the castor beans and it's rich in something called ricinoleic acid. That's the part that gives it its anti-inflammatory, moisturizing, and healing properties. Okay, and this is why castor oil is so good. It's anti-inflammatory and moisturizing and healing. So it's good for people with different kind of skin conditions. It's really good for that. Um, and it's good for hair growth. It helps keep your scalp moisturized and everything. But I am getting ahead of myself. Uh, I said I was going to stay on track. I have my little notes, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So let me know, you guys, how long have you known about castor oil? It's From what I know, there aren't that many people that have tried castor oil, let alone heard of castor oil. So let me know. Did you know about castor oil before this video? Let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so let's start with the skin because this is where a lot of people use it, myself included. Castor oil is very thick, so a little goes a long way, and it helps. It locks in moisture for dry skin, it calms inflammation, it soothes sunburns, and some people find it helps with acne or blemishes because it's anti-inflammatory. So it also helps if you have eczema. It helps with that as well. Let's see, mother motivated. Okay, you've known about it all your life. Yes. And we use it in my country. So which country are you from, mother motivated? Um, I know this is the castor oil I'm going to be covering. This is the one I use, and it is, I get it from Sprouts if you have a Sprouts in your area, but it is called black castor oil for body, hair, and brows. And what you want to make sure to get when you're buying castor oil is you want to make sure it says hexane free. And the one I'm using today specifically says vegan and cruelty free, hexane free. Um, well, I'm sorry if you don't feel comfortable sharing your country at the moment. That is perfectly fine. I completely understand. But I am tuning in from uh, the United States of America. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I personally recommend mixing, if you're going to use castor oil, I recommend mixing it with a lighter oil like coconut or almond oil, so it's not too heavy. When it comes to hair and scalp, people use castor oil to help with hair growth and thickness. It adds shine, it helps moisturize dry scalp, and it can reduce dandruff. Again, this oil is thick, so don't drown your scalp. Mix it or use it sparingly. So tonight, you guys, I'm going to show you how I use this on my face. Okay, So castor oil is also known as nature's Botox. So it does help keep your skin smooth. I've already mentioned if you have acne or a breakout or anything like that, it helps with that too. And what it does is it dries it out. Um, Castor oil also, uh, like if you have any bacteria or if you have acne, then you do have bacteria on your skin. We all have some bacteria on our skin, but that's what's causing the acne. And if you do this, I wouldn't say every night. I don't do this every night, but I do moisturize my skin with this every so often when I feel like I need it. And today, I did notice I have some dry skin around my nose. My nose is usually oily, but it is kind of dry today. We've been having some cold weather here where I'm at. In fact, the eastern coast of the U.S. is getting ready for a snowstorm. So the cold does also affect your skin. It dries it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my castor oil, which I showed you guys, and I'm going to mix that with my virgin coconut oil. And this is the one I use. I get it from a store called Publix. This is all organic. When you use coconut oil, you want to make sure it's a virgin coconut oil and it's unrefined and cold pressed. Okay. Hello, Mother Motivated. How are you? So, yes, you want to make sure the coconut oil is unrefined and cold pressed. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of this coconut oil, and you don't need a lot, a little goes a long way. So, here it is. And this will literally melt in my hand as I start to mix it. I'm going to start off with a little bit, and if I need more, I will add more. But this is how I moisturize my face, and this also helps to reduce fine lines and wrinkles. Um, if you do it regularly, like I said, I don't do this every day, and you don't have to do it every day. Maybe once or twice a month, or maybe more often during the harsher months in the winter. But what I'm doing is, as you saw, I went ahead and put the coconut oil and the castor oil in my palm, and I'm just mixing it. So it's melting that coconut oil and mixing it in with the castor oil. And if you have a brush or one of those little sponges, I guess you could use that, but my hands are clean. I washed it before I came live, and I just apply it to my hand. It's mixed, so the coconut oil has dissolved, and I just go in and put it on my face. Okay. I'll leave this on for about 30 minutes to an hour, so it'll penetrate the skin. And like I said, it does help moisturize. I'm sorry I didn't pull this headband back enough, but it does help moisturize your skin, especially during these harsh months that we're currently experiencing, winter. I do go ahead and put that on my eyebrows as well. I'll get into that later also, but I'm gonna go and put it around my eyes. Be careful not to get this in your eyes, and my nose. So this is the area that was very dry that I noticed earlier, was my nose. So I want to make sure I get this really well. And you want to do it in an upward motion, okay? Because when your skin, usually as you get older, your skin sags, it starts to droop. So you want to make sure anytime you're applying cream, in this case I'm doing the oils, I'm going to put it in an upward motion, okay? And usually after I do this and wash it off after 30 minutes to an hour, my skin is usually really soft and hydrated. So another thing that you guys can do is, if you need a natural exfoliation for your skin, And now this exfoliation will actually have your skin looking like glass, you guys. Um, you use the same ingredients, so a little bit of castor oil, a little bit of coconut oil, and you just add a little bit of baking soda. Just be careful not to add too much baking soda, because baking soda is abrasive. It doesn't completely dissolve. It is abrasive, and you don't want it to um, tear your skin, you know. And I would even say after you mix all of it, you want to have somewhat of a liquidy consistency with the coconut oil, baking soda, and um, castor oil. And I would say, don't you see how I'm moving my hands in an upward motion like this? I would not do that with the coconut oil. Instead, I would take it and I would just apply it like in a patting motion, just to get it all over my face. Just pat it. And then I would, once I have it all over my face, I would just in slow motion just go in a circular motion just like that, because it does exfoliate the skin. But I wouldn't, make sure you're not pressing too hard onto it. I can do another video if you guys are interested. I can do a video showing you guys how I exfoliate my skin. But this right here works wonders within itself. It is, like I said, nature's Botox, just due to the properties of the castor oil and the coconut oil. Both are really good for your skin. Again, that upward motion, especially if you have any fine lines, you know, the lines you get around your mouth when you smile, you want to just go in an upward motion. Okay, Mother Motivated, I would be more than happy to make a video in the coming future where I share with you guys how I exfoliate um, my skin. And sorry, I forgot to bring a paper towel. I have oil all over my hands, a towel, but that's okay. So we're going to move right along. So that's how I put it on. Now let's talk about internal use, because this is where people do need to be careful. If you take castor oil, it is fast acting. It's a laxative. It works by stimulating the muscles in your intestine. Okay, but you guys, please, please be aware, if you need to use castor oil as a laxative, this is not the same castor oil that you are going to use. Okay, this one does not say food grade on it. So if you're going to use castor oil as a laxative, let me put my lid back on here before I make a mess and spill it. Excuse me. But if you're going to use castor oil as a laxative, please be sure to buy the one that says food grade. Okay, that's the one you want to use. That's the one that is ingestible. Okay, the one I'm using on my face today is not food grade, so I would not ingest that. But the food grade castor oil, if you were to take it, it is fast acting. It does work very quickly, but just be aware that too much can cause cramping and diarrhea. This is not something that you want to use regularly for chronic constipation. And if you're pregnant, you definitely don't want to use castor oil orally, because it will induce labor. Okay? If you're pregnant, again, you do not want to use castor oil internally. You don't want to take it as a laxative, because it will make you go into early labor. All right. So topically, you guys, castor oil has been used to also help support wound healing, where it doesn't leave a scar. It helps reduce the risk of infection. It helps repair skin damage. And that's thanks to its anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. Some people use castor oil packs for joint pain. Some people use it for muscle soreness. Other people use it for arthritis discomfort. Excuse me. So I mentioned here before on my video that I don't necessarily do the castor oil pack, but I do the castor oil on its own at night. I'll just put some old PJs, usually cotton PJs, but some old PJs. I'll throw that on, something that I'm not going to care if it gets soiled or gets oil stains on it. And I'll just take some castor oil on my finger, and then I'll just rub it on in my belly button. That is supposed to help break up the fibroids or whatnot, but with anything, you don't notice change unless you're consistent. Even with this, you do have to be consistent. And it does work, you guys. You will see a reduction in the fine lines. They don't call this nature's Botox for nothing, okay? If you guys plan on trying it out, definitely come back to this video and leave a comment and let me know your thoughts and how well it worked for you. I'd love to hear from you guys. All right, so they believe that castor oil reduces inflammation and helps support lymphatic drainage. This is usually done topically, not internally. Also, you've probably heard this one, castor oil for eyelashes and eyebrows. This is a good one, you guys. So I have been trying to grow my eyebrows back. And they are, I don't know if you can see it, but they have been growing back. There you go, right here on this end. They have been growing back. It seems like the more often you get your eyebrows waxed, then the less it is likely to grow back in the areas where they wax it, okay? Which is a good thing, but it's not a good thing when you feel like they've waxed off too much of your eyebrows. I had really thick eyebrows, you guys, and I want to go back to that. So I have been applying castor oil to my eyebrows to get those to grow back. I've even put it on my eyelashes before because I am not one to wear those fake eyebrows. Not eyebrows, I'm sorry. Those fake eyelashes, it's too much for me. It's not my thing. So I do castor oil on my eyelashes, and then if I'm going somewhere where I need to let's say put on a little bit of makeup or whatnot to make myself look a little more put together, I'll just put mascara on, and it's perfect for me. I don't need those super long eyelashes. But again, castor oil, if you put some on a spoolie and, just upward motion on your eyebrows, on your eyelashes and your eyebrows, and over time, it will help them grow. All right, so some people apply a small amount, like I said, to a clean spoolie, and it does get thicker over time. Just make sure it doesn't get into your eyes, and you stop if you notice irritation. So here's a safety tip. I really want to stress this point. Always, always, always do a patch test before using castor oil on your skin. Okay, some people are sensitive to it. Dilute it. It's very thick. Do not overuse it internally. Avoid oral use if pregnant. And if you have ongoing digestive issues, talk to a doctor first. Natural doesn't always mean harmless, okay? So that's the simple breakdown of castor oil, what it can do, and what to watch out for. I'd love to know, have any of you guys used castor oil before? Was it for your hair, your skin, digestion, or was it for something else? Please drop your experience in the comment below. And if this was helpful, give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who's into natural wellness. And as always, you guys, oh, I'm sorry, we got some latecomers in here. I just want to give you guys an individual shout out. Bow 1503. How long before you notice the change? Well, that would depend on how consistent you are with using it. I know with my face, I shared here at the beginning of the video. You might see my face is shiny. So you put a little bit of castor oil and a little bit of coconut oil, and when you put it on your face, it does help to reduce fine lines. And I noticed that after the first or second use. The hair growth, as far as using it on your eyebrows and your eyelashes, on my eyelashes, I did notice a change, like maybe after, I would say, after a week of using it, but my eyebrows are taking a little longer, but I don't use it as often on my eyebrows. So maybe I need to increase the amount of time I'm using it. But if you can, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is starting to grow. And this is after years of not having any hair down here from getting it waxed. But as you can see, it is starting to grow. And on this side too, let me know if you guys can see this. But it is starting to grow. I just need to use it more often. Welcome back, Marzana. Welcome back. Hello, Jamai. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing you guys' names. Hello. Welcome. I was actually just wrapping up this video, but if any of you guys have any questions on castor oil, we were going over the benefits of castor oil, and I was also sharing how I apply castor oil to my face. Castor oil is known as nature's Botox. So I let this sit. It's a combination of castor oil and coconut oil because castor oil is thick. So I use a carrier oil, which is the coconut oil. Oh, thank you for letting me know, about 1503. So you are able to see the hair growing in. I'm so excited about that. How often are you using it on your eyebrows? Sorry if you already answered this beforehand. No worries. So on my eyebrows, I've actually already reached the length that I wanted it to get to. Um, I don't know how I don't know how to make you see it, but I'm satisfied with this length. And it only took like a few applications. I would say after a week of putting castor oil on my eyebrows, I noticed the change. Um, it's just my eyebrows are taking a little longer, but again, I don't always put it on my eyebrows, but I will start doing it consistently just to see how long it takes. Um, all right, Jemiah, where are you where are you from? So I am in the United States. Um, and we are actually getting ready for a snowstorm here. So I just thought I'd hop on this live and share you guys my nighttime routine. It's nighttime here. Where are you tuning in from, Jamai? J- Jamie? I'm not sure. Jamaica. Okay. All right. Nice to have you on here. I have a friend who's from Jamaica. Very nice to have you on here. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. If you haven't already liked the video, please do me the favor of liking the video. Um, and if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I share tips like this quite often, and on my channel, we have honest conversations about wellness and health. So if you're interested, definitely please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And I am in the state of Georgia. So the southeastern coast, or I should say the eastern coast, is getting ready to be hit with a snowstorm. So we are we've all been getting ready for that. The shelves are pretty much empty in some stores, but it's about time for me to go wash this off. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Until next time, let's grow together, learn together, and heal together, one day at a time.